Hey guys,
Hey.
I'm Tedder.
I'm Weber.
And we're
Tedder and Weber.
Welcome to the Tedder and Weber Show.
Yeah, welcome back. We're on episode
10.
We made it to double digits.
We did.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. So today is going to be just a little quick weekly check-in.
Mm-hmm.
So Steph and I were catching up, and she shared with me a win that she had battling the comparative narrative. And I was like, girl, you got to tell people about that. So fast forward, here we are. So we want to talk about, this is kind of what we were talking about, how we wanted to give you guys kind of snippets, short stories, but like real life practical application when it comes to comparison. So this is something that actually happened to Steph, and I'm going to let her share.
So last week, my family was in Florida.
Jealous.
I wish
Not
I was still
comparing,
there.
but I'm jealous.
Wish I was still there. Not comparing
The gross Ohio weather.
30-degree weather to the perfect Florida weather, but I am.
It's only perfect until like June.
Yeah, and then you don't want to be
Then
anywhere.
it's terrible.
So my family and I went down to Florida for spring break, and I was irritated because I had to buy a new bathing suit because the bathing suit top that I bought last year broke. It was a bunch of different straps on the back. It was still wearable, but it was really uncomfortable, so I just got rid of it. And I was like, well, when I lose weight, I'll buy another one. Well, fast forward, I did not lose weight. So I still had to buy the size of bathing suit that I previously had. I bought it. I was upset about it, whatever. Well, when I got down to Florida, I put it on, and I got in the pool, and there were a ton of people around the pool. And guess what?
What?
I found out that I did not once catch myself going, I bet they're looking at me. Like I always do.
Yeah.
It was nice because I could just get in there. I was swimming around. We had my grandbaby, who's 5 months old now.
So cute.
In the tub.
In the tub.
The big tub that you dive in.
The super tub.
Yeah,
that's chlorinated.
Yeah, the super chlorinated tub. And I was just focused on being in the moment.
I was literally just going to say you were in the moment. You weren't worried.
I was in the moment. Like, I was focused on my daughter-in-law, my son, my granddaughter, and my daughter.
Yeah.
And just myself, just enjoying. There's something, I don't think the sky is ever quite as beautiful as when it's warm and you're submerged
in water. I agree with that
and you're
statement.
looking up and the palm trees
are swaying.
Nice
Clouds are slowly blowing
exactly.
by.
And it's perfect. And
yes.
I just, it really caught me because every time I put on any piece of clothing, let alone a bathing suit, the thoughts go through my head. And with the bathing suits, it's really traumatic experience for me to put one on and get out in public. And this time it was just...
So when you say the thoughts, what exactly do you think normally? Or what you're comfortable sharing, I guess?
No. Usually I am comparing, okay, I am wearing this size. That person over there is like a size -43.
So you think specifically like that, like that's your...
Yes, and I'm like, see, they're better than I am.
Because they have a smaller
Because
number.
they are smaller.
Yeah.
And that's not the truth.
No.
I mean, we know that.
No, it's not the truth.
But
it feels like the truth.
Some days it really does. Most days. Okay, all the time it feels like it. But but it was really freeing to just not be worried about... And I mean, the bathing suit top was a little big, but it was coming up. And my daughter pointed out, and she's like, Mom, your bathing suit, and pull it down. And normally I would have been absolutely mortified because I'm outside of the pool and I'm displaying things that haven't seen daylight and probably blinded spectators. And it was like, oh, okay. And I started to get irritated, and I was like, who cares?
Who cares? Yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares?
I'm at the pool.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
It was a pretty big win. But I also, when I realized it, I realized that was because of what we've been
Yeah,
walking through.
100% it is.
Because the thoughts were, you know, it wasn't exactly you're God's masterpiece or you were formed in the image of God, but it was a combination of all of those things. And it was very relevant to me in that moment, because it was like, I'm okay. Mm-hmm. I may not look like I want to, but I can work towards that. But nobody else.
As long as you're working towards that because you
it's
value who you are.
Because I want to be healthy.
Yes, correct.
Yes,
that's
not
what I'm saying.
because I want people to stare at me and go, ooh, or whatever. Right. True story, today walked to lunch with my team and walked back, and I don't think I've ever been so out of breath. I did 2.5 flights of stairs, and I thought I was going to die. And that's not me. Like, I love stairs. So it definitely, you know, is spurring some stuff. But it was nice to just be able to not be focused on, oh, they're staring at me. There were more people in that pool than I've ever seen in that pool in, you know, all the years that we've been going down there. And yet it was still fine.
That's because God's been working and healing you.
Yeah, he's been busy.
But he's only been busy because you allowed him to be. Yes. And so I think that's a really important aspect of that as well.
That is
like
you have to be willing.
You're willing, but you've also recognized that you had comparative thoughts in this area, and you were willing to ask God to change them for you. Yes. And look what it did. It allowed you to have these wonderful memories with your family that weren't tainted by a negative self-image or comparative thoughts.
Well, and it's funny you say that, because when I look back onto previous years, I remember very few instances of me being at the pool or in the pool. Like, I get glimpses, but not because I was busy worrying about how I looked.
And how much of your life is wasted when we are stuck by that comparative narrative.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it's something that we well, at least me, I unconsciously slip into. Mm-hmm. And so for me to recognize it and be like, okay, that's really huge.
Yeah, it's
and
giant.
A huge praise report. But I wanted to share that because never in a million years did I think that I would be at a point where I would don a bathing suit and not be embarrassed and not worry about what people were thinking of me and worrying about, you know, what conversations were going to go on or whatever. 99% of that was all in my head to begin with.
Most of the time it is.
However, but it was freeing, and I remember those moments in the pool, and you know, my granddaughter's first
pool experience.
Pool, and
but also,
nice.
What a good legacy that you can now teach your granddaughter. Yeah. You know, hey, this is what I've been through. This is where I've struggled. Because you don't want that to be her story.
No, I don't. I don't want anybody to ever have to deal with this, and you know, it's something that my daughter deals with a lot too. And I think, and hopefully she doesn't kill me for saying that, but I mean, that's what teenage girls do.
Just don't watch episode 10, right?
Yeah. Don't do that. No, you're not allowed to watch that one. You're not allowed to put it on your phone. But yeah, you know, and it's so prevalent in teenage girls. And had I known then, I wouldn't be in this rut that I'm in, you know, have been in my entire adult life, and I'm still fighting, because when you're in your teenage years, you're forming all of your opinions, and those become your truth.
100%. And you are now breaking the ground for your daughter and granddaughter to not have that.
I certainly hope that this I don't backslide.
I am going to speak it into fruition for you.
All right, sweet. I'll take it. I believe it. I receive it.
Well, I just want to thank you so much for sharing that, because I know that's a huge win. And when you told me that, I was like, girl, we got to push record. Like, we got to talk about this. So I just thank you so much for...
Thank you for being a cheerleader.
Yeah, absolutely. Girl, I'm ever a cheerleader. I'm the hype man, hype woman.
I know. But I do think it is important to share things like that. And it's important to share our struggles, for sure.
100%.
But it is also good to share our, you know, those moments where we're like, hey,
we could have struggled.
You know, more than
or we used to struggle, right? Yeah. Like, because we're growing and changing and
right.
learning.
Not perfect, but progress.
0% perfect.
Yeah, exactly. So,
all right, guys. Well, that's it. That was episode 10.
Hope you guys found it helpful. And just remember that you're created in God's image, not in what the lady sitting on the pool deck thinks of you. Is
or even what you
her
think
image.
she's thinking of
Right.
you.
Yeah, that's probably the bigger one, because in reality she's probably not even paying attention to you. She's probably just staring at the really cute baby.
That is a really cute baby, so probably that's true.
Right. So yeah, just make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things. Drop us a line. Links are in the description. We will see you soon.
Episode 11.
Can you believe it?
All right, guys. Have a good week.
Have a good one. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.